race into the massive roar of the crowd, sending her forward, putting her right on the speed. Epic finish to the Everest. What a daring ride. Bella Nipotina wins the Everest. A thriller there at the end.
With Tim Gilbert and Julie Snook, this is Racing Dreams, the Everest.
Hello and welcome to Royal Randwick. It is Golden Eagle Day, our penultimate Racing Dreams for the spring. Julie Snook, how are you? Looking wonderful.
Lovely to see you, Timmy, as are you. Welcome to Golden Eagle Day. The sun is just poking through here at Royal Randwick this morning as the ATC makes the finishing touches. The track is looking pretty good out there as well. So we're shaping up for a big and great day of racing.
It's going to be very interesting. Soft 7 at the moment. They're hopeful. We'll talk to Devesh very soon from the Australian Turf Club. They're hopeful they may get into the soft 6 range, but we'll have to wait and see on that. But we have, ladies and gentlemen, a very, very special guest. And I'll pass this over to my dear friend Julie Snook to do the introduction. Jules.
We are joined this morning by Sky Racing's Chantelle Buckley. Good morning, Chantelle. Lovely to see you. Happy Eagle Day.
Yeah, happy Eagle Day. It's great to be here. Let's hope the weather can change a little bit. The weather gods haven't been good to us so far, but I can see a little bit of sun poking through, so fingers crossed.
We can almost see an autumn glow, Chantelle, coming through the clouds, can't
we can. I like
you
that.
You can use that
good.
today.
I'm going to use that.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Use that today. Isn't she wonderful? I was talking to John Massara during the week, and they are, look, they've had some amazing horses, Arrowfield. She is phenomenal, isn't she?
I think she is our next Winx. And I'm really hoping she can remain unbeaten today. Whether or not she gets to 23 unbeaten runs, we'll wait and see. But they paid a lot of money for her. She, I think it was about $1.7, $1.8 million. So they were expecting a good return, but she'd be worth so much money as a broodmare now, even if she was to stop racing after today.
Of course, she goes in today's Golden Eagle as favourite. Chantelle, from your perspective, what makes her so good?
It's her demeanour, her attitude is just, she does not have a care in the world. She's got no sass about her. Even in her racing style, she can land in the front half of the pack, she can get back. Good tracks, soft tracks, wet tracks, it does not matter. She just adapts to all circumstances, but I think it's the best thing, and I've heard Chris and James and Evan Kieran mention this when they ride her, nothing phases her. The atmosphere doesn't get to her, the big occasions don't get to her. It's just her manners.
Of course, Derby Day in Melbourne, and James McDonald has made the decision to stay here in Sydney, and obviously Autumn Glow is a big part of that decision. This is her greatest test, though, isn't it? It's quickly become a real international race, the Golden Eagle for 4-year-olds, and international raiders everywhere you look.
Well, we've got the Japanese runner, Panja Tower, who they think he's pretty talented, and he broke an unbelievable record 2 starts ago. So he'll be interesting. And then you've got the European galloper, Seagulls 11, who's owned by the Brighton football players. So I think that adds a little bit of, spice to it. I get a great story, actually, with the players there. And I think they've got a game. It's either early... It's later on today. I think it's early morning over there now, and they'll be playing a game later on. But as for Autumn Glow, the fact that he's staying in Sydney to ride her, he even mentioned it's her stiffest test to date. She's a touch vulnerable, big field. Where does she land in the run? If she's as good as what we think she is, I think she'll be able to beat them. Another
element that I love about this Golden Eagle is the charity component. We'll be speaking to one of the charities here this morning, I should say, but $1 million of the prize pool will go to charity. Autumn Glow representing Friends of the Martyr Foundation. They'll be watching very closely, but it's a nice touch, isn't it?
Absolutely. So the winning horse, the charity will receive just over $500,000 in prize money. A few years ago, I had a close charity organisation to myself, and it just changed their charity forever, and it'll continue on. I think it's just been a great incentive.
You do a fantastic job for Sky Racing, and it's great to have you on the program. Your husband, of course, still a jockey, Grant. What has horse racing meant to you through the course of time?
Well, I grew up in horse racing, so I was brought up with it, and I just thought that every Saturday you went to the races. That was part of it, and here I am, every Saturday now working on the other side. So I rode for a little while and now doing this. But having Grant out there as well, it changes. I have to be careful what I say sometimes, because I don't like to criticise jockeys, because I know what the pressure is being out there, and of course being
Mrs.
married
Haggis
to
had a crack at Zach.
Yes, Mrs. Haggis was quite
She didn't mix her words.
Forthright.
Yes, she was very forthright in what she said. She since apologised to one of the jockeys, maybe not Zach Purton, but I mean, everyone's entitled to an opinion, and it was an expensive exercise sending, Lake Forest out here, so I get that. But yeah, I don't like to be critical because I know what it's like being a jockey and split decisions out there, so I like to sort of hold back.
It's going to be a surprise. I never was a jockey.
Really?
No.
Yeah. No, interesting.
You were telling me you like your
I had a foot injury.
Before I let you go, Chantelle, just quickly, Everest 2.0 in the Russell Balding. Couple of runners out there for redemption. You liking Briasa?
I love Briasa. I've been with him the whole way through. He's just one of those
Needs
horses.
to jump.
He needs to jump, yeah. He got himself, he was a little bit slow out the other day and got himself in a very awkward position in the Everest. So it was a bit of a non-event for him last start, so we could definitely forgive him for that. The fact that the track is now in that soft range is only going to suit him, and I think he's the one to beat, and he's nice odds actually. I think everyone's sort of jumped off his bandwagon.
Well, this is him in the TJ, so we know what he's capable of, and we know what the Hawks think of this guy as well.
He's a beautiful horse as we hear the practice session for the national anthem. Always happens at just this time. Chantelle, I know you'll do a great job, so I won't wish you any luck, but thank you so much for coming on the program.
Thank you guys. Talk to you soon.
Thanks, Chantelle. Well, Timmy, you've been out and about at the barrier draw this week, and you caught up with Adrian Bott.
Yeah, fully lit. Fully lit came second in the Epsom to Autumn Glow, and of course they've had a few seconds recently, Adrian and Gay, but what a mighty stable they are.
And we're ready to go. The Tab Epsom of 2025. Racing now, and Autumn Glow began nicely from the wide draw. There's plenty of pace there. El Costello's very handy. Peer going forward together with Pericles. Fully Lit is pushing through now, looking for the lead. Fully Lit at the 300, a narrow leader. Autumn Glow responding to pressure, and the mare hits the lead with Pericles into the clear. Autumn Glow gets a length and a half clear, and Autumn Glow remains unbeaten. She was born a winner. She's the real deal. Autumn Glow goes on to win her 7th race from as many starts, beating Fully Lit and Pericles.
Adrian, Fully Lit second in the Epsom. Can he go one better here?
Yeah, I hope so. Like, the horse is thriving. He's had a remarkable campaign. He's very deep into it. I think this might be his 10th run, this preparation, which is, quite a different style of setup coming into this race, but that might set him apart.
Will he lead?
Yeah, I think from that draw, going to look to. He's drawn out wide and naturally got that on-pace pattern. He can be adaptable, but I think no doubt him being on speed's the best pattern for him, but it does look to be a strongly run race the way that everyone's drawn.
Shangri-La Springs also out wide.
Yeah, he's another natural on-pace horse. He's been on speed over some shorter and sharper trips, so stepping up here, naturally expect himself to be there. I think otherwise sort of going back, he's going to leave himself with too much to do, but if he can put himself up on pace, he'll run a much better race than what his odds will suggest.
Well, saying with the name, or at least the start of the name, Shangri-La Boy, just pipped for that Group 1 last Saturday.
We're ready to go now in the Moulton Shandon Spring Champion Stakes, and Shangri-La Boy hops straight to the front. Shangri-La Boy a length in front. Attica's going to make a last lunge. Attica, yes, got up, won the Spring Champion. Right on the wild, knocking off Shangri-La Boy.
Been an amazing preparation from him. Really, really proud of what he's been able to do. He's showed up at a Group 1 at just his 4th career start in his first preparation, and just went down narrowly to what looks to be a very good horse. Next preparation, game exciting for him through the autumn.
What are you thinking?
Through the Randwick Guineas, Rosehill Guineas, and potentially through to a Derby, I think that's the type of horse that he can progress to, and I'd love to see him in 12 months' time lining up in a Cox Plate.
Gerringong also on the podium, second in the invitation.
Yeah, unfortunately, it was a weekend of near misses for us in those big races. She races for Singo and some NRL legends there, so they had a great day out. That's such a thrill. She bounced back, ran a career highlight for them, so we'll see her back in the autumn. Again, another one that'll be through those mares races, whether it be sort of through a Coolmore or a Queen of the Turf, but she deserves a big group victory next to her name at some point.
So much talk about Sedelius. Obviously, that's horse racing. Back for the autumn?
Yeah, I'd certainly like to see him back here. Horse is in great shape. He's just gone for a spell now. Obviously, the campaign for us cut short, so we're turning him around. We'd love to see him aim up at a race like the Queen Elizabeth here in Sydney over the autumn. I think that'd be a lovely target for him.
Finally, the Golden Eagle, it's a big money race for 4-year-olds, and I love the charity angle.
Yeah, I think that's what separates this race and makes it so unique. Like the racing community or racing industry. I feel we do so much for the community as well, and I think this is one way to showcase that and a way to give back. So it's important that's recognised, the impact the industry does have and what we can do, and as I said, it's very special in that regard.
And the Everest, that atmosphere, unbelievable.
Yeah, hard to beat it. It's been amazing to see the way that race has changed the landscape of Sydney racing over the carnival. How it's become such a feature and focal point for racing in Sydney. The way it's changed the demographic of people racing. So it's exciting for the future. That's what we need. We need game-changing races or events like that, and it certainly seems to be hitting the mark.
Oh, yes. Well, the weather is absolutely beautiful here. Nice and mild. We have had over 12 mil overnight, so we're racing on a soft 7, Jules.
And to be fair, given the springs in previous years, we've fared incredibly well this carnival. Today to be the only day really impacted so far by the rain, so we'll see how the forecast shapes for the rest of the day. Let's check in now with our racing guru, our analyst, Brad Gray. Welcome, lovely to see you.
Good to be back. Hello, guys. We've had 4 seasons in one day, haven't we, this morning? So a bit of rain, the sun tried to poke out just momentarily, but touch wood, no more precipitation for the rest of the evening.
Yeah, it was mentioned in the first segment of the program that we could see an autumn glow start to come through the clouds. That may be overused today.
Tim's already used it twice.
He has.
I was the butcher, the baker, the candlestick maker of 2025. But she is all the focus today, isn't she?
And rightly so. She's a star, isn't she? So she's 7 from 7, and what I love about her is not only she's extremely talented, but she's versatile. Like, she can settle just about anywhere. She does everything right. Normally, when you're a punter and you're looking to back or take on a horse at a prohibitive quote, because she's very short,
$1.90.
You try and find chinks in their armour, but I can't find any. So touch wood, I think she makes it 8 from 8. She goes forward, she puts herself in a race, she settles, she quickens, she runs time, and at the moment she's doing it all very easily. So I love the prospect of her today being in a fast run 1,500 metres, and dare I suggest, I think we might see a career best from her today, and if that's the case, she won't be beaten.
Well, there you go. What about the internationals, though? There's been a little bit of a talk that the internationals could come out here and shake things up.
Yeah, well, they've won the past 2 years, haven't they? Oban Burumai 2 years ago, Lake Forest last year. This year, Pancha Tower and Seagulls 11. Pancha Tower looks the pick of them, but you're always guessing in terms of how these internationals are.
We'd have to chuck in Willie Do It as a...
Yeah, but we always keep the good Kiwis. He's an Aussie now.
We claim him.
Yeah.
Claim him.
Crowe.
Yeah. Pavlova.
Yeah,
the list
Pavlova.
goes on and on, doesn't it? But
Far lap.
he might run well, will he do it, at a price? If you're having a trifecta of first 4, he'll appreciate a fast run race. But back to Pancha Tower, all the noises coming out of quarantine are that he's settled in really well. So that's
good.
the first tick. We know the Japanese horses are quality, and they do parade well because they just train them differently, and they're very fit. They're eye-catching in the yard. So I don't think he wanted the rain, as we so often see with these Japanese. They run on some very hard tracks over there. So how he'll cope with a soft track today, albeit an improving soft track, might have a bearing on his chances.
You like Bjorn Baker's Perfumist as a roughie?
Yeah, I don't mind her. So you go back 2 starts ago, and the way that she won a benchmark race over the 1,600 metres at Randwick, that was on the same day as Autumn Glow in her Epsom, and she actually ran faster time. So when you're doing form, there's a few different puzzle pieces, and time is just one of them, but it's an important one. So when you've got a horse that can make its own luck, looks the leader from barrier 1, can run fast time, I think she'll look the winner here at some point. And for those Autumn Glow punters that have taken the $1.90, if she gives a bit of a kick there halfway down the straight, you might have a few nervous moments. So if $1.90 is too short for you, maybe throw her into your trifectas and in your Cornella's Perfumist, because I think she's absolutely humming.
As is Bjorn Baker as well. He is in career best form. All right, your best bet comes in race 7, the Russell Balding. You're liking Jimmy Star.
I do. I think this is a bit Captain Obvious because he was fantastic in the Everest.
There's $1 million bonus there too, isn't there?
Yeah, exactly right. So he'd be crazy not to chase it. So no surprise that the Everest has produced 5 of the 6 winners of this race. It's the key lead-up. The only one that didn't was Bella Nipotina, and 12 months later, she came and won the Everest and then won this race back-to-back. So that's a little anomaly there. But Jimmy Star was 3 wide and working throughout in the Everest. He was so brave in defeat. I think he is as suited as any horse here getting out to the 1,300 metres, draws a lower gate, and you go back to what he did last preparation, 4th up in the all-age stakes. That profile is very similar, which he won impressively. So well found, but I think he'll be winning. I think he's your anchor for the day, Jimmy Star.
You know I love a roughie, something rough.
You do?
Have you got something?
Outside of Perfumist, I think in the Golden Eagle, another one you can throw into the mix is Lord Penman.
Lord Penman?
Yeah, and he is currently $61. So there's rough and there's rough, isn't there?
But that's
So
rough, but that's a party rather than
That
just a
is.
cheap takeaway meal. What do you think of Fully Lit? Fully Lit is around $41, second in the Epsom, wide gate.
He might have to do a bit of work to cross in the early stages, but he does come through that Autumn Glow form reference. He doesn't meet that horse quite as well on the weight scale, but back to 1,500 metres might suit. So I think it comes down to the likes of Perfumist, Crystal Clear, a few others that'll punch up, and if he can get across without doing too much work, he might run a race, but I think you'll be watching him in the first couple hundred metres.
Okay.
All right, let's get that graphic up very quickly so you can have a look at Brad Gray's tips for today. There we have it, the Golden Eagle, he's gone with Autumn Glow, the Eagle Ruffy is Perfumist, and there we have it, best bet Jimmy Star in race 7, the Russell Balding. Lovely to see you, Brad. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you, guys. Absolute pleasure.
Good to see you, Brad. Well, back in my day, it was called the Blue Light Disco. It's now got a bit of a golden
wasn't sure
touch,
where you were
Julie.
going.
It's got a golden touch, the Blue Light Disco.
The Golden Mingle. Stay with us. Coming up, I'm heading down to the Mingle Zone. Wish me luck. Plenty more to come from Royal Randwick. We'll see you soon.
Racing Dreams, the Everest, is brought to you by Racing New South Wales.
Welcome back to Royal Randwick. Of course, this is the first year that the Golden Eagle is being run at Royal Randwick. Still a little bit of cloud about, but that is expected to burn off through the course of the day. We are racing on a soft 7. That could get into a soft 6, but someone that is going to be better equipped to answer that question is the head of racing and wagering for the Australian Turf Club, Navesh Ramdani. How are you, Navesh?
Good morning to you, Tim.
So tell us about the track. 12 mil or thereabouts overnight?
Tell us about the track. Yeah, so the track's currently rated a soft 7. We've had 12.6 mils of rain overnight, most of which fell this morning around about 3 a.m. to 5 a.m. There's a little bit of cloud now. We've had a few sprinkles, but they are forecasting for more sunshine as we head into the afternoon. So we're hoping with that sunshine as we get to about midday, we'll start to see an improvement in the track as we head into a fantastic race day this afternoon.
Okay, hopefully we can sort out the hearing issue. So I'll make this question a little bit longer so you can get it in its entirety. I do want to ask you about the internationals. Navesh, we saw Kaying Rising in the Everest, of course, start a short price favourite and go on and win the race. We have a number of notable internationals here as well. The last 2 years we've seen internationals win the Golden Eagle.
Yeah, look, most definitely. And this Golden Eagle race has certainly become an international race. Most people around the world are very much aware of it. And this year we're lucky again. We've got an international runner in the form of Panja Tower from Japan. And we've got a UK runner in Seagulls 11. And look, they're both well placed. Seagulls 11 probably better placed with the wetter track. But Panja Tower coming from Japan, and as we know, the Japanese are incredibly strong. The only question mark now would be track conditions. We do know they like it a bit firm in Japan. The trainer says he's not too concerned with the soft conditions. It's a very fast horse, and you know they're very optimistic about their chances. But you got to say our local hero, Autumn Glow. You know the conditions, what she's won on in previous races on a heavy 10 and on a good 4. She is an absolute star, so it's set up really well, particularly for her, and also linebacker. But we're set up for a great day's racing. We're just hoping now a bit of sun comes through and will help improve conditions throughout the afternoon.
She can do anything, this mighty mare, Autumn Glow, and she may well be able to provide us with a little bit of that glow throughout the course of the day with the clouds moving apart. But it has created a great interest internationally, hasn't it? A 4-year-old race over 1,500 metres. It's right in the sweet spot for many.
Well, look, most definitely. And the trainer of Panja Tower, Mr. Haseguchi, I mean, when Panja Tower won the NHK Mile in May, I mean, it wasn't 5 minutes after the horse had won had he said to the world that this horse is primed and ready to compete in the Golden Eagle. I mean, that's how front of mind it is for trainers. And the same in the UK. I've had so many inquiries about racing in Sydney through autumn and spring carnival. And, we have good races in autumn, but spring now is just as good and it's just as front of mind of people internationally to travel here. We saw Lake Forest last year. We saw Obam Burumai the year before. I mean, these are quality horses and world-recognized horses now racing here in Sydney. That's just proof that, the race program that Racing New South Wales and the ATC has set up is working. We attract in some of the best trainers, some of the best horses from around the world, and they're racing in extended races, not just coming in for 1 week. We saw an international horse in Kaying rising in the Everest. We've got horses today in the Golden Eagle Day, and we also have an international horse in the form of Bullet Point for William Haggis in the Five Diamonds next week. So, we certainly attract in the attention of trainers, connections from around the world.
Absolutely, and with the Canterbury Quarantine Centre seen as one of the best in the world, that's an extra incentive for them. Navesh, congratulations to you and Michael and the whole team. The track is looking fantastic. I know we've had a little bit of rain, but it's going to be a wonderful Golden Eagle Day, and I really appreciate you coming on the program.
Tim, thank you very much, and absolute credit to Michael Wood, Dave Anderson, and all the tracks team here at Royal Randwick. They've presented it for the last 5 weeks. We've got another week to go next week on Big Dance Day, but we're looking forward to a great couple of days, and this afternoon's shaping up to be fantastic.
Beautiful. Thank you, Navesh. Appreciate that. Now, owners, well, they flock from everywhere for the Golden Eagle, as we just mentioned there with Navesh. I went along to the barrier draw for the Golden Eagle, and I caught up with Tracy Rook, the boss of Red Fox Racing, and Fully Lit is in this race and has got a very, very energetic ownership group. Tracy, Golden Eagle, Fully Lit. I think it's 10th run this campaign.
He has done a fabulous job. He is one tough little cookie, this horse.
And that run in the Epsom was outstanding. Do you think he can go one better?
Look, I think that it just surprises us. He steps up every single time. Every single time he's raced, this horse has surprised us.
And every time we see horses like Fully Lit, we see bunches of people jumping up and down, because it's all part of that magic of syndication. I've always managed to have 2.5% or 5% of a horse here and there.
Absolutely. We have a fabulous group in Fully Lit. He's actually an all-girls syndicate. So he took out the English Millennium, as we know, as a 2-year-old. He did come from barrier 17, so he knows what a hard barrier is. We won the all-women's bonus, the pink bonus. He's done a fabulous job, and we do have a fabulous big group of owners in him.
There'd be some characters in there.
We do have some characters, some wonderful stories. I mean, Fully Lit was a very cheap purchase. It was only $60K for the English sales, and that enabled a lot of people that would never owned a racehorse to come into him. So to be running in, to win the Millennium, to now be in the second richest race in the world, I think it's just unbelievable. It's life-changing for his ownership group.
We call our show Racing Dreams, and what you do, you'd see it often.
I do. The stories that are in this horse are just unbelievable. He's just, like, again, people that have never owned a racehorse before, they've stepped into a very, very good horse at a very, very good price.
All right, well, here's your pitch. What do you say to people out there that would like to get in?
If you'd like to get in, look, Red Fox Racing Syndications, we do try and get horses that are affordable, but they're still, obviously, with a horse running in such an amazing race, they can achieve great things. So they don't know how much they cost.
And you've got a number, nearly 20 horses with Gay and Adrian. You're with the very best.
We are with the very best. I actually rode for Gay and I rode for TJ as a young girl, and so I've had a long association with Gay, and Gay has been so supportive of myself and Red Fox Racing Syndications, and it's been a lovely joint union with Gay and Adrian.
Go get them on Golden Eagle Day.
Go get them.
Well, here we are. We are now in the Golden Mingle Zone. This is a brand new concept for racegoers. If you're coming to the track today, you have to come and check this out. Joining me now is Samara Smith from Racing New South Wales. Lovely to see you. we're in the Mingle Zone.
Lovely to see you, Julie. I know it's so exciting. So the Golden Mingle, it's been an amazing concept, singles event, the biggest in Australia. And we thought the races is the best place to meet someone. So why not create an event around it?
I absolutely love this. This is such a great idea. I'm going to sneak over here because we've got the badges, which you're wearing at the moment. And I've got my red badge because obviously, you know, married, boring. But talk us through the badges.
So green means you're single and you're ready to mingle. So come to the Mingle Zone. Red means you're taken, so you've got the red, and then yellow means it's complicated. I think a couple of people, you know, the situationship vibe, maybe a bit casual, nothing too serious, but who knows, by the end of the day, you might turn red.
What I love is hearing Peter Volandis and Dr. Saran Cook, who's the chair of Racing New South Wales, explaining that it's a complicated badge. It's been really fun listening to them promote this event. But what else have we got happening here today?
So in the Mingle Zone, everyone's got to come here, check it out. We've got tarot card love readings, so a bit of fun. We've got love potion cocktails representing each badge colour. And we've got a 360 camera booth. And as well, we've got the kissing booth photo opportunities. So who knows, you might be lucky at the end of the day.
I feel like by the end of the day, this could be quite the scene in here. We are in the Peacock Lounge, the ground level of the Winx stand. And really, this is an incredible location, a wonderful facility for any event. But really, for today, this is going to be where the party's at.
Oh, absolutely. The party's going to be here. And also, everyone's welcome. So wingman, wingwoman, all your red badges, come with your mates. It's just going to be a great day.
I love this. You've been out and about promoting this event for the last couple of weeks now. We've seen you in Bondi. We've seen you at previous race meets. Tell us, what's the response been from people about coming out and, God forbid, meeting people in real life again?
I know, that's the thing. The response has been amazing. I think as well there's been a lot of dating app fatigue, and we wanted to create an event to get people, as you said, back in real life and just meeting people face to face, because there's no better way and there's no better place than the races.
Well, extraordinarily too, we saw the Everest 2 weeks ago. More than 60% of sales was to those under the age of 26 or around that 26 mark, I believe. We're seeing that again with the Golden Eagle, and the fact that it's been moved to Royal Randwick is also helping ticket sales.
Yes, it has, absolutely. And as well with the Golden Mingle, again, it's drawing in that younger crowd. So it's been amazing.
So if I'm walking into Randwick today, or I'm sitting at home thinking, what could I be possibly doing with my Saturday afternoon? It's not too late to come on down, is it?
It's not too late at all. We'll be waiting here in the Mingle Zone. We want to see everyone. So please, if you haven't got your tickets yet, absolutely come on down.
Come on down to Royal Randwick. Come on down. Well, you can jump online. You can come on down to the gates and check them out. Is there anything else we need to be across in the Mingle Zone? Because this is quite a big zone. Like, how many can we fit in here? Do we know, Samara?
So the whole Peacock Lounge, we've got this section for the Mingle Zone, but I think the capacity is quite big. I think it's around 600 for the whole zone, but the Mingle Zone, we've accounted for around 300, so plenty of space, a lot of opportunities, so come on down, bring everyone.
The great thing about this spring carnival too is that it's grown over time here in Sydney, and what it has become is a party atmosphere. I will say there is a little bit of age disparity between Samara and I, but tell us, what has been the response to people coming to this spring carnival? It was a sellout crowd for the Everest, more than 50,000 people, expecting a huge crowd again today.
Well, 60% for the Everest was under the age of 26. So it's just showing racing is back on everyone's radar, especially for young people. It's the place to be in spring. There's nowhere better, and we're just loving it. It's been amazing.
And there's been some quality racing as well. Lovely to see you, Samara. Thank you so much for your time. Congrats to you and the team. This looks really fun. You've got the kissing booth, you've got the tarot love readings, you've got your badges. Don't get the wrong one. That could get complicated later in the day. And stay with us because we've got so much more to come here at Royal Randwick. It is Golden Eagle Day. We're coming to you live from the track. We'll see you after the break.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've had a track record. Julie Snook has come from the Peacock Lounge to the studio position in a record time.
I'm a little
Last
clammy.
broken in 1952.
And a little out of breath. It's further than I thought, but I survived my introduction to the Mingle Zone.
Oh, you nailed it. It was pretty quiet in the Mingle Zone.
I'm too scared to go back in a little bit later. It's way beyond me.
I love the sound of it. I love the sound of it.
So good.
Obviously, it was a very different look back in the old days when we were coming through that process.
Well, I noticed something, a couple of things have arrived on set since I was last here. First of all, in no particular order, I should say, the Golden Eagle Trophy has touched down. The beautiful Chironi masterpiece.
Yeah, and good morning to Nick.
Has arrived. Good morning, Mr. Chironi. His extraordinary work here for the Golden Eagle Trophy. And again, someone who should perhaps one day
go into the Golden Mingle. Is that what you're saying?
That trophy? I don't know. Say no gas.
Say no gas. Maybe, yeah, look, I don't know. I don't know what age range we're talking about for the Golden Mingle.
There is no age.
No, very good, yeah. I'll be in that sort of 50s to 60s category, just sitting down with a cup of tea and just watching the Golden Girls in the afternoon after the Golden Eagle.
Good answer. Having a Lamington and a cupcake and maybe a Neenish tart.
Well
All right.
done, Shane.
We digress. Golden Eagle today. Autumn glow. Don't we love a superstar in this industry? And it just elevates everything.
Well, we do, and we've got quite a few superstars because we were here last week. It was all about Ka Ying Rising. We said it all week. It was the build-up for that horse, and we got the finish that we wanted. Is it going to happen today? Because Autumn Glow, she's the Aussie superstar. People are calling her the next Wink. She's won 7 out of 7. And the thing about her is she's never looked like being beaten at the moment, but of course, then there's the other side of the argument that she hasn't really beaten anything at all. And today she's in the toughest race by far that she'll ever contest, or she has contested. She's well drawn. Look, she's kept James McDonald in Sydney. That's a big call. He'd normally be down in Victoria, but he's nailed to this horse. He loves her. Chris Waller doesn't normally talk up horses, but he's been talking this one up for a long time. So look, I can't wait to see what happens. Win, lose or draw. This is going to be probably near to the race of the Carnival.
Oh, that is a very big call indeed. But do you think there's a bit of a threat in this race? Not on the internationals, but Linebacker, I tell you what, he's primed and he's ready for this one.
Absolutely. Well, he's probably the horse that she has to beat, other than the other 18, of course. But Linebacker was famously the trial winner here a few weeks ago when he beat Ka Ying Rising. And, of course, we saw what Ka Ying Rising did. Now, look, of course, trials are trials. But Linebacker did race since then, Julian. You saw him in the Silver Eagle. He was absolutely dominant. He just roared away from probably the second tier 3-year-olds, but that puts him in the top tier. Don't forget, he's run a Randwick Guineas here over 1,600 metres, so you know he'll be very strong at the finish. It's far from a race in two, but it is going to be a great race between the two of those.
Talk about great races. The Russell Balding Everest 2.0. Of course, there's an incentive, a very rich incentive for Everest horses to back up in the Russell Balding.
Well, there is. I mean, everyone's promoting this quite rightly as the Everest, just without Ka Ying Rising, of course, but it loses nothing really, and because you add about another 10 horses, and any one of those could win. So we've got a much bigger field. We've got a different track because it has rained overnight, as you mentioned earlier. It's soft 7. I mean, that brings horses in like Marzu. You know, he's racing 3 Everests. But look, right at the moment, I suspect that the best runs out of the Everest are going to be the best runs in that race, and that was Briasa, who Chantelle mentioned before, and of course Jimmy Starr, who had to be ridden out of his comfort zone a lot closer in the Everest, just the way the race was run. But he'll get back in the field today and storm home. But they're not the only ones. It's going to be a fantastic race.
We know what Briasa's capable of. You know, the Hawks camp, they were really talking him up ahead of that Everest. I haven't spoken to them since, but I imagine they would have been disappointed off the back of that result.
Well, I think they were more disappointed with the draw and the way the race was run, because once he drew out, he is a horse that can take up a forward position, but they decided they'd have to go back, and unfortunately he went too far back. He was a little bit wide, and look, you're not going to run past Ka Ying Rising, certainly not from last, so I would suspect that he'll be a lot closer in the run today. And don't forget, Julie, he's run 1-8 here in a Premier Stakes. So he's a 1,200 metre speedster, but he's also won an all-aged, over 1,400. So he's fast and he's strong.
A horse that's compelling, over 13 million, I think, in prize money now for Private Eye. Placed a couple of times in an Everest and right in it today in another race. Yeah, Private Eye is an incredible horse, really, when you think about it. He's been to all points of the globe, or in Australia anyway, to win these big races. He's very underrated. For a horse who's won, as you say, over $12 million, I think he cost about $20,000 as a yearling for Jamie Walter. He is the tradesman horse of Sydney racing. He is so tough. He doesn't get the press that he deserves. He's not the sexy sort of Autumn Glow horse, but he just goes out there and he does the job every single time, just like his trainer.
Yeah, well said, actually, just like his trainer. The Rosehill Cup today worth $750,000, and Churchill's Choice could be a chance at redemption for Nathan Doyle.
It could be. I think it'll have a different name next year, the Rosehill Cup at Randwick. But look, Nathan Doyle, poor guy, he had an awful Everest in respect that he had the second favourite for so long, Private Harry, and he really did look like he'd be some sort of chance in the race. He missed his run in the Everest, so Nathan's left with these other horses, and I must say, they're not second stringers, they're top-notch horses. It's a $750,000 race. It'll mean a lot to Doyle if he can win, and it'll mean a lot to the mare if she can add some value to her status.
Hawkesbury trained girl gelding in the Four Pillars today, Alabama State. I'm a little bit disappointed personally in this race because I thought I might have had a run and not to be, but it's a cracking race for benchmark horses, isn't it? It's a real thing to go for.
It's kind of like the Kosciuszko, Timmy. That's for the country horses. This is for these provincial horses, all these places, Hawkesbury and Kembla and Newcastle, places like that, and it has brought together a very good field, and what it has brought together is an impossible field if you're a tipster. So I suggest you have a good look at all these horses' form because they come from all parts of the provincial circuit. Really tough race. Worth a lot of money though.
Just before we let you go, Shane, we've also got some really incredible international jockeys out here as well for today. That says a lot when we're seeing, Tom Marquand, and as we said, James McDonald, he's also chosen to stay here today.
Yeah, and the Magic Man. Look, when I was younger, Derby Day was the big ticket in town. Everyone would descend on Flemington, but everything's changed these days, particularly with this trophy here, the Golden Eagle, and the support races as well. These jockeys, they want to be in Sydney chasing the big cash. And look, why would McDonald go anywhere else from his point of view than to stay on the horse that might be the next Winks? I mean, Via Sistina's not going to be around forever. You might want to just find another one if you can. Well,
Derby Day's still a wonderful race day, and Coolmore, the sprint, and Beedman is going to be a really, really good chance in this race. Trained up on the hill up here by Peter Snowden.
Yeah, that's Beedman the horse, not Beedman the jockey. It's named after the great dazzler himself, Darren Beedman. Rode that many Melbourne Cup winners, it's not funny. And he's trained up here. He's a terrific horse. He's the best looking horse you'd ever see. Cost $900,000. He's a chestnut with a big white face. But the most important thing is he's very fast, and he does like a wet track, and there's a little bit of rain around in Melbourne. This is his grand final. He's been set for this basically since the day they bought him, and Peter Snowden's pretty good in grand finals.
All right, Shane, lovely to see you. Thank you for joining us here trackside for this beautiful Golden Eagle day. It's a little bit cooler than what we've had too, which is nice.
I'll see you on Tuesday for the big dance.
Yeah, absolutely. Look forward to it. I'll be here all day for the big dance. It'll be a ripper out here on Tuesday at Royal Randwick. Now, ever since the Golden Eagle, we've had the international influence from Europe to Japan, all around the world, including our neighbours from across the Tasman.
Will he do it and goes forward now? Good luck to all the connections. We're set. Let's bring it on. Gates open in the trackside New Zealand Derby. It's will he do it? Golden Century and battling away the Doctor of Love, but will he? Yes, he will. Will he do it? Wins the trackside New Zealand Derby.
He really gave you the sign that he'd arrived that day.
Yeah, that's what we set him for, and obviously we knew straight away, actually we knew before we bought him that he was going to win anyway, so yeah.
That's great. That was his first prep too, and then he came across to Australia and a really good showing in the Australian Derby.
The New Zealand Derby was going to be his end race, but then we decided that we'd put him in the Australian Derby, and he ran really gallant fourth. He kind of got held up and had a bit of a hard run, so he was fantastic.
So here he is in the Golden Eagle, a very rich race for 4-year-olds. Barrier 11, what do you think?
Well, it's going to be, if I say it's good, if I say it bad, it's just what it is. And I think there's a lot of probably speed outside. I think they've got a first good run to the first corner, so I think it's anyone's game.
What about Autumn Glow? She's this mighty, mighty mare, the horse that everyone wants to catch.
Sure, but at the end of the day, they've all got to run the same race, the same distance, so I just think we're concentrating on Willie. So, yeah, that's pretty much it. She's a good horse, and all credit to her, but we'll be watching Willie.
Oh, absolutely. And the whole charity angle is fantastic, isn't it? Because it's relatively unique in this industry, but it's great that each horse is paired up with a very worthy charity.
Yeah, sure. The charities are probably a big thing now, and I think it's really good. It gets a lot of people on board and recognise the charity that the horse that they support is supporting, and it just gets the exposure out there. So if we can pair up and help in any industry, I think it's fantastic.
You train probably 45 minutes to an hour out of Auckland. You train and you buy a lot of horses. You've done a great job. Tell us some of those horses you bought.
Well, we kind of a small stable, so we'll probably have about 25 to 30, but we've always bought horses and sold them on. So we do sell quite a lot in Australia, and we sell through that they end up with Westbury and go on. So there's a lot of horses that have ended up here. So ones we used to train was Neonce, which I've just bought its half, so if anyone wants shares in that, a Gibberline's colt. and we had Otago. He's a shocker. There's kind of a few that are floating around, but we like to buy them and get a good price and produce them in New Zealand and then race them in Australia.
I think people watching this program might prick their ears on that one. How can they contact you?
Just come to our website, Clockworthy Racing, or just I don't know, just say my name and I'll be running. I'll be at any sales. So there we go. I've got the hair. There we go.
You're unmistakable. Have a great Golden Eagle.
Brilliant. Thank you.
Racing Dreams, the Everest, is brought to you by Racing New South Wales.
Well, time flies when you're having fun, and we've been talking all about the international influence of the Golden Eagle. Obviously, our headline act is Autumn Glow today, just this mighty, mighty mare. Will she go on and win today's race? Her greatest test. But obviously, the big and heartfelt and wonderful element of the Golden Eagle is the charity element, Jules.
Yeah, that's right. Each runner today is representing a chosen charity, and it is just such an incredible cause. We'll see more than about $1 million going to charities here in Australia off the back of today's Golden Eagle. The winner taking home over $500,000. And one of those charities that's here this morning and very eagerly watching conditions is Young Care. Tim Lambert joins me now. Lovely to see you, Tim. Welcome to Sydney. You've flown in from busy this morning.
Thank you, Jelly. Thank you, Tim. Great to be here.
And the concept, first off, Tim, it's fantastic. You guys are one of many charities who are part of the Golden Eagle.
Yeah, it's amazing, Tim. I mean, Racing New South Wales has really done a great job involving lots of different charities, and it means a lot to them as well. I know a lot of them have participated in the day before. This is our second year of being involved as well, and I know that all the funds that the charities receive go to a really good cause. Tell us a little bit about Young Care, what you do. Yeah, sure, Julie. Young Care is an organisation that's in our 20th year now. We were founded by four gentlemen up in Brisbane. Really, the problem we were trying to solve at that stage was aged care. We had young people living in aged care, and it just was not providing them with choice and dignity and control. So Young Care is an organisation. We build wonderful homes, forever homes, we call them, where people can move in and live with that independence. We have a lot of work that we do in our grants program as well. We've given away over $13 million in 20 years, which is fantastic. And we also do a lot of events, awareness and advocacy as well, so it really makes it pretty special. Some of our events are pretty special as well. Yeah, and the underlying issue, and I've done a lot of work with you guys, with my great mate Sylvia Jeffries and doing auctions at functions, is the whole idea of young people who need to be in an establishment, need to be assisted, but there hasn't been places in the past they've had to be in aged care facilities, and they're only very young. Yeah, exactly, Tim. And being in your own home gives you a self of independence, it gives you a self of worth, it really gets you out there and involved in the community as well. So we want to see young people living young lives. We don't want them to be in aged care, told when to go to bed, what time to eat, what time to get up, what to wear. We really want to make sure they come in and they can live their own life to the fullest. Yeah, you're doing absolutely incredible work. Let's talk about your runner today, Crystal Clear, trained by the Archibalds, won the Dubbo Cup, doesn't mind a bit of giving the ground as well. Well, look, I think the weather will help him, Julie. He's a fit horse. I don't think the 1500 will worry him at all. Braithnock's the only apprentice in the field as well, but I don't think that'll worry him. A little bit of a wide barrier, but if he can get across early, I think if he gets a good card into the race, he'll be very strong at the end. And you've got racing pedigree in your blood, my friend. Tell us about that. Yeah, I do. My stepfather and my mother bred the Melbourne Cup winner last year, Knight's Choice, which was fantastic for the town, for Walker. It's a really small community there. It's the second Melbourne Cup winner, actually. From 1905 was the last one, so a little while between drinks. But they've got a small little operation there, and for the town itself, it was fantastic. So really puts them on the map. I love going through the Thunderbolt Way. We do it every Christmas, and the kids and my wife and I stop in Walker and have a lovely meal. Beautiful part of the world. And given that you have, a real understanding of the racing industry, you know the benefits of a race like this, the charity component, but also the growth of the Spring Carnival here in Sydney. It's pretty extraordinary. Oh, it is. It's amazing. I think the last time I was actually here was Winx's last race. Wow. So 2019, I had four guys come from Brisbane. So Scotty, Cal, Mark and Richard were here with me as well. So, but it's amazing how it's grown. Just in those 5 or 6 years, they're doing a fantastic job racing New South Wales. And one of the important things about having all the charities aligned with different horses for the Golden Eagle is basically the publicity that comes with it, because not every horse can win, obviously. So here's your opportunity. How can people watching this program this morning
contribute and help and be of assistance to young care and change young lives.
Yeah, thank you, Tim. Look, we'd encourage everyone to get on board with Young Care. Go to our website. As I said, we do have a lot of events from time to time. We'd love everyone in New South Wales to get on board. My colleague Kate is now in Sydney here, so we are trying to do a lot more, and we're also very keen to get amongst the community as well and understand and work with people that are local to the community, local to Sydney, but more broader, local to New South Wales as well.
We're looking at shots there of the trophy that we've got on set with us. Do you think you could make some room for that bad boy if you had to take it home on the plane today?
Julie, if I did, I'd probably have to shuffle some shelves at home. I might have to move pictures of the kids, rearrange maybe the photos of Grandma's Christmas, but I'm sure I'd be able to fit it somewhere.
Have you got a tip today? Obviously, you're going to tip crystal clear. You do follow it. We always ask for tips. If something you've got today, maybe with a bit of value or something straight on the nose?
Yeah, look, I heard you talking earlier with the Russell Balding, so they sort of call it, the mini Everest when it comes back, and I love that Everest form coming back into that race as well. I mean, Jimmy Starr's probably the obvious one, but I really think Lady Shenandoah. I think she was bustled around in the Everest race a little bit as well, but if you go back through her form, she was scintillating first up. I don't know how she got beat, but I really think she'll put her best foot forward today.
All right, beautiful. Thank you, Tim. All the very best with Young Care. You know that we're available if we can help in any way, and go get them with the Golden Eagle.
John, thank you guys. Appreciate it.
Thank you so much, Tim. Lovely to see you. And thank you, of course, for your company here today. Royal Randwick just putting the finishing touches on for today's Golden Eagle.
Yeah, thank you very much to Racing New South Wales that make this all possible. Enjoy Golden Eagle Day. Catch you soon.
Bye.